On this third episode, where I'm sitting with the ladies, we actually deep dive into the early stages of dating, where we get clarity about each other and when should you give that clarity about where you want to take the relationship. We dive into this lovely concept given to me by my friend. It's called satellites. It happens on both the sides. Satellites are interests who are around you, but you haven't really shown interest, so they're just around you. All this and more with the ladies. See you on the episode. So there's this concept a single friend of mine gave me, one of my closest friends. Thank you for it, you know who you are. There's a word called satellites, right? Satellites are these guys who you don't date, but they're kind of around always.
Oh.
Is it true that we bench them? And it works both ways. Men also bench
Like a
women.
booty call?
No, not a booty call. No, you're just gonna keep them around. You don't.
Like options.
Yes, called satellites. They also have their satellites.
Okay.
We also
Yeah.
have our satellites, right? Do you have that in your life?
I wish I had a satellite. I don't know. I don't even have satellites. No, but I'm thinking on this concept. I've just got to know this. You've educated me. I could have some satellites.
Everybody has satellites, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to have
Yeah,
satellites.
I'm
It's a good thing to have
happy, yeah.
satellites.
Because it's
I always used to say there are 3-4 things that somebody always needs. Like there's an emotional connect you want some spiritual, some intellectual, and you
एक में नहीं मिलता.
वो एक में मिलता नहीं.
Satellites.
So
each
satellites
satellite will
तुम्हारे
give you what you need.
what you need kind of thing. Now that can be a friend, that can be a
But then,
satellite.
but then that's a polyamorous kind of a scenario.
So and it's growing big anywhere in the
Satellites.
West.
I think, okay, let
Think
me
about
define
it.
this. Satellites are not someone you have a relationship with at all. Satellites are someone you're probably friends with or friends with benefits or people around your situationship. Like for example, do I have satellites? Yes, I have satellites. Do I keep them as satellites? Yes, I do. Do I give them a landing station? No. You know, they are
Yeah.
supposed to be satellites.
That's
And
fine.
it's like having multiple options. But like, because I've been off a relationship for a while. So I think satellites are great when it works maybe.
So I'm trying to
think
understand.
at this-
Even all my male friends are satellites around me.
Acha, okay.
Someone, yeah, all male friends.
That's a good one.
This would apply to all
All male
platonic
friends, yeah.
male friends.
Friends
I
are
think
satellites.
anyone can
All
have that.
platonic male friends are satellites.
Yeah.
I have too many moons revolving around me.
Yes.
And I think I would assume that's the same for men.
For
They would
women.
also have like the,
Yeah.
100%.
100%. You
I
think,
think they have planets, not satellites.
okay, so question. If you're dating a guy and he's also dating someone else, because dating is by nature multiple, would you give him like a week or two to kind of, okay, can we at least start dating exclusively? It's a very simple question, but it's a very complicated question.
For me, I don't know, but it's again, one shoe doesn't fit all. For me, it would be yes, 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 meetings, and after that, you could get exclusive, not for a lifetime, like exclusive.
But at least for dating, exclusively dating.
Date, and then if you think it's not working or working, then you can go. I said it's not working. I'd like to go back to whoever I saw.
We were
Better
just
option,
thinking.
whatever. but for me, it is because this way I don't think I can 100% focus on that. What I'm
So if
dating.
you get to know about it like 2 weeks later, okay, let's say you're dating, 2, 3, he's also dating, and it's been 2 weeks, you've been at it, at some point you're expecting to at least focus on each other and date exclusively. Is that week 1, week 2, month 1?
As I said, it's not about the time,
Yeah.
right?
What
But
does
if you fundamentally believe I am meeting this person, I'm meeting them for the second time, there is enough conversation happening, and you feel
What if
excited.
the conversation, according to you, is brilliant and the guy is like, dude, like no way, or vice versa?
So the
it's-
conversation, the person will stop the conversation, right? Some way that vibe will come in. और अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो मतलब बातचीत
Yeah.
होके निकल जाएगा. But this
Yeah.
parallelly dating multiple people नहीं ये चलता नहीं है.
चलता नहीं.
I agree.
One after
I mean,
the
I
other.
wouldn't-
हमारी
I-
उम्र में तो नहीं चलता शायद.
I
हाँ.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't have the patience or the time also to invest in so
हाँ,
many different
it's a time factor.
options and
Focus,
satellites.
That's exactly what I'm asking, and we're like having a conversation not to like say okay, we are right.
That is why maybe a dating app is essential in today's day and age, where all that work is done. You know, your profiles are matched. Your profiles are matched at least to get rid of that suspicion. You like that? No, I don't know. I want to know from you ladies what's it. I've never been on one. But let's hear from the OGs.
No, it's too much of noise to find. I'm like, I'd rather be introduced to someone through
No,
a
but
friend. or
listen,
someone.
when you put your key in your information an application, one of the leading applications that you probably have been on that I've not, but I hear that you're put in the driver's seat. You can decide whether that person is.
Yeah, I was just about
I
to
mean,
say
I don't know, but no,
Please.
let me investigate
Please.
this.
So, okay.
For the two of us, I'm
Okay,
asking this.
let's look at
One
it.
second, I haven't finished my question.
No, I have the answer for it before anything else.
No, because
It's the same people.
the algorithm
You'll
has
find across
swiped-
all the apps.
no, but the algorithm has swiped somebody.
Like you think
to
technology
you.
technology
But
is
how
okay,
can
go like that.
algorithm know that the man who stated himself as single
true.
is married?
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
So
about
what else
purely
is
at
there?
a match level.
What else is
no,
there?
No, I'm talking about
How-
when you
who
have a
cares
good-
about the
one
lies?
minute. No, I'm not talking about all that. I'm not talking about ethics here. I'm talking about you deciding, oh, I like this person's profile, and you swipe
But
and
that
right.
profile is a fake profile.
already-
It's wrong profile.
So there you go.
It's
so
not
that,
saying the
that
90% of
is
profiles are
90% is catfishing.
Trash. Yes.
So
okay, so
90% of profiles are catfish.
I have a point.
Am I being very Gen Z here? By saying
I have
that?
no, you're not at all. I think the
trash.
intent of the application was great to give us a little bit of freedom, women first or whatever, many applications are like that. Yes, but I
Oh
don't
my
think
gosh.
in real life, when you do go out a lot, I mean, there's a section of society who don't go out quite a lot. Let's agree.
Yeah.
There's a section of society which goes out a lot. When you go out a lot, you pretty much know everybody, right? In that 20, 30, 40,000 people you kind of see in a year.
Right.
And a lot of them are dating outside and also on the applications, and most of them are either in a relationship and continue to be single on an application. How do you figure that bit out? And isn't the damage done?
I
what
simply
if you-
asked at my age, so at 20s, 30s, 40s, it's different. In 40s, now I have the courage to simply ask at the first go, are you married?
What if they say no?
My hope is that the person is at least
Being
ethical when you
integral.
look in the eye and talk, it will
I'll tell
ask.
you what the thing is. So the thing is that it is too much homework to be done. Like let's say Shweta introduces somebody to me.
No, I'm
say
not going
single,
on the app.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
not
The app
happening.
is too much
Me neither.
homework. Too much homework because they can say we're single, whatever. I mean, a friend of mine, dating app and a very, very, famous one, and she started conversing with that man, and she's like getting along on phone and everything. Then she just, where do you stay? He gave her address, and he's like, I think I know this address. Finally, somebody was renting that guy's first floor, and he was staying on the lower floor, and she's like, okay, do you know? He's like, yeah, he is married, has 2 children. She's like, 2 weeks on phone, WhatsApp,
see,
one,
yeah.
So that's, you see, so
Okay, but this is happening all the time, or are there
A lot. It's happening a
possibilities?
lot.
90%.
Oh, God.
I've not been, but I've heard it happens quite
Quite
a lot.
often.
And it's
Okay,
quite
what
a
about
problem.
people who are single are also on the app, and this is probably a way to initiate something?
Why don't you just
haven't?
meet them if they're single? Like,
Exactly.
just why do you
No,
need the app?
but you just get a data count, no?
Why do you
I mean,
need
I
a
don't know.
data count?
I
Isn't
don't
the
know, that's what
individual
I'm saying.
count
There
better
has to
than a
be-
data
But
count?
there are women who've been successful also on these
Yes,
dating apps.
great.
So how does
I'm
that
sure.
work?
All the best.
What has
So-
worked for those?
Okay,
Don't
so
know.
let me. I think it'll be self-answered. Tell me the worst dating story you've heard.
Heard.
It has been through the app. Yeah.
Worst dating theory you have heard.
Dating,
Fine, tell
no.
us the story.
I've not been in the field long enough to know
In the dating field.
Bad stories. I don't know the bad stories yet. Thank God.
Most of the stories revolve around the person is dating someone else,
Yes,
not
okay.
having
Yeah,
the
I can
honesty,
imagine
it's like
infidelity,
postal
lies.
infidelities. Those are
Hiding
the
something.
stories about. Like
But
there is nothing more
in
extreme.
the last shoot that I did, men said women lie a lot. Okay. And I think women can lie about choti cheeses throughout the day. Men lie about very big things. I'm single.
Yeah, but he's
I don't
not.
have kids. I live in Coimbatore. They like come up with like, what the hell is it? Just to get laid.
Yeah,
That
perhaps.
makes no sense.
I agree.
And the other aspect which I think I relate to the men, I think there is no man who's more wonderful, affectionate, lovely and romantic than a man who thinks he's about to get laid. I think that's where it is.
No, I think it's a bit for both genders. I don't think we can. No, I think it's fair to say that we all love sex and we all want sex at some point in our.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Of course you can say that. We're
And I-
40 years old for a reason.
and
we're
I
not-
think we should be able to say it.
We should be able to
able to
explore it.
ask for it when we want it.
This is human. This is nothing to do with man or woman.
Yeah,
Lies
exactly.
will offend anybody. Big lies, small lies, any lies. I would now. It will take a lot for me to trust the person.
So now
again.
here I have to moderate this and ask you this. Lies come from both the sides,
Both.
right? There is nothing called honest dating. I'm not going to give a label like they don't give an honest dating, but मेन से कि हम कुछ ऑनेस्टली बोल दें सो रिएक्शन से हमें डर लगता है, वुमेन से वो कुछ बोल देगा हमको ऑनेस्टली तो हमको बुरा लगेगा. I mean either way
मतलब अपने बुरा लगने के लिए और डर लगने की वजह से आप ऑनेस्टी निकालोगे नहीं, अब बात नहीं
you're
करोगे.
just going to carry on
मतलब
with the
और इस उम्र में आके
no, that's
और इस उम्र में आके
हाँ.
that is true. That is
And if
fine.
he said the truth and the partner, he or she, anybody who has said the truth and the partner has reacted like, you know, over the top, then that's sorry, that's
I
their
think
maturity
You're not a
level.
partner yet, you're dating.
So whatever, dating, their date has
irrespective, if they
reacted
don't
to it.
understand right now, how will they
That's what
understand
I'm
in
saying. If
future?
your date has reacted over the top,
I think
then
there are
one
some-
second, Vidushi. If your date has reacted over the top, then it talks about their maturity level. Nothing to do with your honesty.
Fair enough, Vidushi.
No, I completely disagree. I think there are some questions you don't touch at all till you're really in that field of knowing, yes, this is a person who I can potentially be with. You don't ask questions. These are silly questions.
Interesting.
To ask.
So you see, that's interesting. So
It's
I
not
think
even-
to-
I think
no,
it's
I
not a
kind of
question.
disagree.
No,
It's
like,
like,
I will not.
listen.
Supposing if I went on a date first time with somebody, I'm not going to ask him personal questions like, "Have you been married? What have you? Why are you still single?" I mean, these are very cliched questions. They
Okay,
should
so
be avoided.
listen, for me,
And-
I'm too busy to ask too many.
Yeah.
Too,
You
like
know,
it's
I
40,
want, I
I'm
want to enjoy
matured.
somebody's company. You know, for me, it's about finding a new best friend.
Agreed.
So
So
being light.
if you're
in the
if you have
relationship.
no expectations, you're just there for a good drink, you're there
Yeah.
for a good lunch,
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
just
But
having
that is- but
spend a
that
good
is-
half an hour together, great.
But that is what it should be as a first date. It shouldn't. It
But
shouldn't
can I-
end
can
up
I-
being.
yeah, I will
But if
a
you are
heavy-
looking for
heavy
expectations, then
duty.
there are no
I
other
want
questions
to
at
add
least
to
at
it.
this
What if
stage.
the question is not asked? There's no question asked. But somebody out of, let's say it's a fourth or fifth date, somebody out of there, this thing has told me, you know, I think we should take this to another level. This is what I feel.
नहीं ये तो बाद में हो रहा है ना.
No, there's
पहले
many
भी- अगर पहले भी,
meetings.
he is not about, I'm not talking about intimacy, anything he has expressed, and which I feel, oh, you know, this is not.
But how will you know what's the right answer for
No,
you?
like you said, now, when once we express honestly, the reaction is very bad.
Okay, so let me ask.
Yeah,
Wait. Let's make this specific so that we're not over talking. So I'll start with you. What are the 3 questions you would like to? I definitely have questions. I wanna sort out a few basics versus the variables. Right?
Fantastic.
Basics. Basics is, are you fucking single? Please don't be
Yes.
married, attached. Please
Yeah,
don't have
absolutely.
you can have 100 satellites as long as you're single. You have the right to have satellites and various dating partners because you're dating. And I'm also sitting on a date. I've not called it anything. My question: what would be the first 3? Let's say the most important questions you want to ask and get it over and done with before you feel light about having
On
a
your
second
first
date.
So, definitely, are you single? Well, do you have kids? For me, that's a very
That's a big
important
one.
question to have. You ask the whole question of where do you live? Do you live with your parents or not?
Okay.
For me, I could let the third one also go, but these 2 are very basic
Very
questions.
सबके लिए, Adushi.
No, I wouldn't go down
You
that
wouldn't
route.
ask at
No,
all.
because
What
I
if it's
want
out
to be
of
able
compliance?
to gauge the personality on my own without asking intrusive questions, and I'd be talking about
Everything
movies
else but fair enough.
and food
But that's,
and the
I think it's a
place
different
we're
of
in.
difference
Yeah.
of it's different.
Yeah,
huh?
also it's different for
It's
everyone.
different for everyone.
Yeah.
Huh?
Definitely, what has been like, are you single, divorced, married, separated, going through divorce case, have kids? What are you? What is your definition of dating? Everybody still, even though dating
It's
is
an
one
interesting
thing, but
point.
it's a different sub point. Like
Very
a
good one.
Tad bit difference for everybody, and this is a basic, you know. If it,
You see, so
go
okay,
ahead.
so see that's why we're like so different. Like
Yeah.
you know, that's the whole joy. So for me, and I can like, I definitely have to have 2-3 basics.
Yes.
Right. Number 1, are you gainfully happy in your life? Do you have a career? Do you have something that you're passionate about? It's very, very important to me because it says a lot about
Yeah.
where the man is coming from. Are you single? I don't mean divorced and divorcing and separation by decree.
Yeah.
भाई single.
Yeah, that's the thing.
मतलब
You
हक
just
से
take
single हो कि हरकतों से single है क्या है भाई? You know, दोनों में से एक
I like that one.
I'm gonna take that one.
It's damn important.
Very good one.
I read it. It's not even original. I read it on some coaster somewhere. And the third important bit is okay. What's your idea of dating?
Yeah.
It's damn important. And that's when I say okay. You know what? Good vibes. Seems like similar thoughts, and I feel a little.
But there are-
I actually enjoy the second date more.
Yeah.
If I have these 3 things.
Because that
sorted.
fog is clear.
I am not going to wait
But
for
can
6.
I-
Like
But-
sometimes I even go ahead and ask, it's like, okay, so what's your expectation? It's like if you are somebody who's looking for a long term, I'll
it's
also have
okay
it,
to
and
wait.
it's okay. I'll have a different mindset. If you're looking for something, like what's your expectation? Sometimes people come clear, and it's very refreshing when it's very
that
clear.
thing clears up.
it.
Yes.
No, I think you can ask everything you want to ask, but you can change the way you ask.
ठीक है, so we are not
For
talking
sure.
about
There
the
are
tone.
standards
Maybe
and then
we are
there
not
are
talking about this, which is
typical
this is so interesting.
questions.
For example, you were a guy, okay, and I was dating you. Let's hypothetically.
Yeah.
I would want to know, V, are you single? Then you'd say, I'm in a situationship. Okay, good for me to know.
Yeah.
It's good for me to know, na? You should not color it up because then I'm being led in a wrong
So
direction.
lying there is not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Not a
To
good
be
idea.
honest.
No, nobody's talking about lies.
And there
I'm
are
talking
guys,
about.
and there are guys who've said, believe me, it's come to the situation, like knowing my male friends and all, they're like, Shweta, I am ready for a partner. I don't want to get married, and I want to have really great dates, go on travel. And it's a perfectly nice situation to ask for. Only thing is that the woman has to clearly understand, to like not be misled कि वो change हो जाएगा. You see this change हो जाएगा ना.
So
मेरे को
I
देख के वो
so
change हो
agree.
जाएगा ना, वो change नहीं होते.
I
वो
think
clearly बोल रहे हैं.
we as women, you know, often if we get the answer also, we don't believe it.
That is true.
The expectation, the hope
really
is there.
think
The hope is
Yeah.
there. And
Perhaps.
somewhere that's where, at least I want to say it, at this age,
That has gone.
I'm learning.
I'm learning, and that has quite gone. that has
That
gone.
is why, because you don't get the answer you want, you should rather not ask the questions.
No, but why would I leave it
No.
for?
No, you won't leave it indefinitely, but just in just a way of meeting somebody, keep things fresh. Don't, I mean, I think, I mean, that's my
No, fair
personal
enough, that's
opinion.
you. But for me, I think I can say I need to know कि मैं मतलब first we've really gotten along, amazing chemistry. पता चला शादीशुदा है. What's the bloody point of the
Point
first
of
3
view,
months?
yeah.
या उसको पता चला कि वो मैं तो उधर रहता नहीं हूँ.
That
मैं तो
is an-
180 days इंडिया आया हूँ because मेरी directorship है. I have to be in India
But
for
that
180
isn't an
days.
idyllic scenario that you'd like the guy on the first date.
No, but like I would not want to even address. I just wasted my time.
Yeah.
I wasted my efforts.
I mean,
there are a lot of
that's
married
the
people
data
on
which
these
said,
dating.
but yes, a lot of people
married
that you
people
find
are
people
on
are
these
sitting on
dating
Tinder.
apps.
So
I
So how
mean,
does that
no,
even
you were saying
work?
this, so
How
even
is
if
that
the man-
working?
Even if the man gives me this answer, what your friend said, listen, I'm looking at this and I'm not looking at marriage.
It's a perfectly nice answer.
And then it's up to me. I want to continue. I don't want to continue. At least said the
150%.
truth. And if
Yeah.
I'm continuing with the clarity in mind. Okay, I can't expect this out of him. If I expect
So
it, fine.
if you're not meeting nice guys on dating apps, then where do we meet these people? Who meets people anymore?
That's the whole
How do
point.
we meet these people?
I'm going to ask the last question, and it seems like a repeat. Would you date a man, continue to date a man if you were involved with him, but you found out that he's married?
No, on first day only. If I found out he's
No.
married, no, I can't date a married man. That's a no for me.
No.
What if you did not know and you found out in 2-3 months? Would you block it even if you're involved?
Totally. Block it, spread it. Would you
Yeah,
tell
it would
married?
be it would be terrible.
It's
would be
horrible.
It's a horrible thing. It's an integrity.
I
You
thing.
can't
hope I
start
have the
any
strength. I would
relationship
love
with a
to
lie.
block it, but sometimes you get so entangled, the complicated
that's exactly
scenario.
what
It's like, and that's what is like, please tell me on day one.
No, that's what she's saying. What if he doesn't tell you? If he lies
Exactly,
to you?
then it gets complicated,
Exactly.
right? It
Yeah.
could get into the course.
Guys, we have 3 fabulous ladies here. This was a lovely show. Thank you so much and cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
To dating multiply.